Hello everybody, Owenazuris here, and welcome to Diamond Roguelikes. Today we are looking at some games that are currently on the iOS that soon will not be working on the iOS. So these are games that on the new version of the iOS are not going to be supported, which is kind of weird. I've never had a system, I've had computers before, even iPads, where you go and update to a new software and then some things will have compatibility issues, but Apple has literally said that all these games that currently work on the system, once you upgrade to the new iOS when it comes out, that it is not going to run any 32-bit games. So you either have to update to 64, which a lot of developers have done, but in some cases, especially some older roguelike games that I really like, you're not going to be able to play them anymore. So Rogue Touch that we're looking at today is one of the first games I really owned on my iPod Touch when I got one of those a long time ago. I had a lot of fun with it. It's kind of an updated version of Rogue. It's a little simplistic, but it did a lot of things right. It actually used touch controls where a lot of games and everything in the game is done through touch interface. A lot of games I'd played before this that were roguelikes or just ports like NetHack that tried to simplify all those controls and had all these menus and stuff. It just didn't really work on a touch screen. So as you can see here, it needs to be updated. I'll just hit OK. You hit New Game. I'm going to be Owenazuris. And here we go. So you can see on the screen, top part of the screen has my stats. So I have 12 health. My strength is 16 out of 16. So of course you can lose strength. I have 6 defense and currently have 0 coins. Coins really don't do anything in the game. They're just more like the score. So I'm going to hit this hobgoblin. Currently on floor 1, I'm a guild novice. Have a mace and some, looks like chainmail. 10 more experience to go to a next level. The moon in the bottom right corner allows me to rest, and then the arrow keys allow me to move. And I thought it actually had touch controls, but I might have actually found this easier to use. So there are the stairs down, but I'm going to look around some. And I found a shiny new monument here. So a lot of fond memories of this game. I'm sad to see the last update for this game occurred a couple of years ago, more than a couple. So it's probably not going to get updated. It's a real shame. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the first roguelikes I played on the iPod. Now I'm playing it on my iPad. And it's a lot of fun. And you can double click this button to move fast if you've already explored the area. Remember we had a hurricane here and I really didn't have any power, but I could still charge my iPod. So I had played a lot of this game while I was waiting for the power to come back on for about, as a few weeks we were without power. And you can see it has your standard having to identify an item before you use it. Let's go ahead and hit my inventory. Let's use the zebra wood staff. I'm going to zap it down, and he's held in place. Defeated the hobgoblin. And now I know it's a staff of paralysis. We'll slowly regain our health here. I already know where the bottom floor is. A kestrel. These can be strong sometimes. And I made it up to an apprentice rank. Doing good. The first couple of levels are usually easy, so I'm going to try to farm for items here, always a good strategy, but I do not want to wake this guy up because he will corrode I believe he corrodes my armor. Very typical of a roguelike. You have monsters that are going to hurt your armor, ones that degrade your weapons. Now bat's just a regular enemy. Double check here, make sure my sound's on. It is. Perfect. Emu. Remember, emu farming was really big for a while. I don't know if people still do that. If anyone knows of any emu farmers that are still around today, and leave a comment, because I'm curious if people are still doing that. Well, someone's been doing it in this cave, because that's the second emu I've seen. One of the few roguelike games that has emus in it. Because I have not said the word emu for a while. I think probably since the last time I played this game. And let's see, how do I go down? Search. Okay. Is it the inventory? Yeah, I have to do inventory. Descend stairs. And keep going. Trying to get through this dungeon. To find the Amulet of Yendor, I believe. So very much based on the original Rogue. So I say I better not die to a bat. That would have been slightly humiliating. I don't think so far in any of these videos I have done I died to a normal bat. I might have died to a beefed up bat. Okay, I made it to a rank of journeyman. Excellent. But I don't think a regular bat has killed me on any of these games that I've played. I mean, I'm sure I've died to a bat in a roguelike at some point. But just the ones I've recorded, I don't think they have. And, okay, oh, that was an ice monster. Okay, so it's not going to degrade my weapons. I was getting my... There's a puddle monster in this game. That ice monster looks like a monster in another game that degrades your weapons. Another problem when you play a lot of roguelikes is sometimes certain enemies start confusing you. You know what, I'm going to take a chance here. I got 2 of these scrolls. I'm going to read one, see what happens. Looks like a scroll of Identify, which is perfect. Let's find out what this agate ring is. Plus 3 damage, or increased damage. That is great. Now the only thing is, when you wear a ring, it's going to make you get hungry quicker, but I'm going to go ahead and wear it. And oh great, now I got another ring. Granite ring. 4 ring. People are probably always taking it for granted. I always like that joke. Actually stole it from a magic card. Forget which one. Some sort of gargoyles. Red 3/3 flyer. No, it's Rockacur Ridges. I don't know, but there was some funny joke about people always taking the gargoyles for granted. And now I'm adventurer. Doing good. I actually thought I might die in the first couple of levels. Because this game can be hard, but so far, I haven't really encountered any real difficult monsters here. I love being able to double-click and just run to the end of hallways until something pops up. It's a useful feature because it allows you to make really long, lengthy hallways, but at the same time, not make them annoying. Let's drink this gray potion, see what happens. It's a potion of paralysis, that's why I couldn't move. And, let me see, can I throw these? Okay, you can throw them. Good. Go back. I like roguelike games where you can throw, like NetHack, where you can throw potions and have them affect monsters. Wow, that hobgoblin took me down to... So we are going to heal up here. I'm getting hungry. Oh, oops. I was searching. I should have been using the moon button for resting. Searching, though, I did find 2 gold, so let's go ahead and eat a ration of food. Now, late in the game, you can get real desperate for food. I'm trying not to have that happen. So this game, the hunger clock is... I always kind of liked it in this game, because you never get really enough food to feel comfortable, or I never did in the game. So it's a constant balance between, I can never get fully healed because I'm worrying about losing my food. So sometimes you're encountering enemies when you're not fully healed, so what normally might be an easy encounter be difficult. And you got rooms like this that are completely dark. Not a fan. Bat there. Better armor. Some plate mail. Wow. We're class 5. We're already wearing some. Okay. Remove. It's a -2 plate mail, so now I go to 5. I bet I can't take it off. Appears to be cursed. Great. Yeah, I probably should have used that scroll of identify on it. Yeah. That was a mistake. Let's try drinking this blue potion. It's apple juice. Kind of weird apple juice if it's a blue potion, but I'm not really one to argue. Got some more food here. Inventory, you automatically pick up items as you go over them. There are really no items that penalizes you for picking up, so it's not a bad mechanic. I'm gonna keep going down. The guy is healthy. Wow. Let's see if we can find the exit here. There it is. Okay. That was when the double click to move quick didn't pay off. Got some more money. Enemy. Oh, those stupid leprechauns take my money. Not a fan. Is that a shriek? Oh, I got a mushroom. I'm used to in some games those being the shriekers. Okay. Calm down. Go slow. Okay. Let's keep going down. I think floor 12 or... okay, these rattlesnakes, they are annoying because they will reduce my max strength. Do I find a secret door? No. Something's shooting at me. Oh, it's those ice monsters. Yeah, if you encounter like 2 of those ice monsters, they can really mess up your day, because I think they've almost stun-locked me once. As I said, I do play a lot of different roguelikes, so it is possible I'm getting some confused with each other, but I believe I had one on either side, and they just kept... one would ice bolt me. These guys divide. Which is good for experience, but they can creep up on you real quick, especially in the beginning. And there is an orc. That guy is probably made the rank of warrior. Got more food, so far so good. And hit a teleport trap. Back where I started. Keep on going here. There's that door. Looking for a way out. Now this guy, I believe, yeah, he can weaken my armor. That is not what I needed. So now my armor is practically useless. Yeah, I might as well just kill him. Okay. So now I'm armor class 9, and it's old school Dungeons and Dragons armor class. Let's hope one of these is a scroll of remove curse. These glowed blue. So that increased those weapon enhancement scroll. Your armor glows faintly. I think that means I can now remove it and put back on my ring mail. So next armor I find that I wish to equip, I will make sure to use my scroll of identify on it. Kill the snake. Wow, I'm getting farther than I think I've ever gotten before in this game. Do not wake that leprechaun. Now we have to go right by him. Good, I defeated him. Do I have more than one potion? I'm curious. Let's drink this vermilion potion. A potion of healing. That'll be handy to know later. Let's get this scroll. Go down again. There should be 20 floors, I believe. And now they are like all dark. Yeah, which makes it real hard because you literally have to get lucky and stumble across the stairs. And there's a scroll of enchant armor. Starting to get hungry. There the stairs down. I think from now on all the rooms are going to be dark rooms. And you will notice every time I come down I don't have the option to go back up, so it's very much a game where you're constantly descending. Can't go back up. I think until you find the amulet, and I think then you have to go reascend the stairs. It's starting to feel weak, so let's eat. Not sure if you have a weight limit in this. I don't think weight does anything, but I do know you have a limit to number of items you can have. I think it's 26. Fell into a pit trap. Well, does the same thing. Gets me to a next floor. This gets me to a next one. Caught in a bear trap. Wraith. I am now a warrior. Okay, that thing that is chasing me has destroyed... Okay, these guys have wrecked me before. Yes, the trolls wrecked me again. I believe that's the most common thing I die to when I get far. They hit really hard and have a lot of hit points. So here lies Owenazuris, warrior, killed by a troll on level 15 with 1,104 gold pieces. Rest in peace. Then we'll get my Hall of Fame. Well, I didn't collect much gold. Well, I made it to level 17 twice. I made it to level 19 once. Wow. I do not remember these games. But apparently I did a lot better than I did here. And I thought I was doing great. So it's sad that we will see this game go. I really enjoy it. As I said, for the next a couple of weeks, I have about 8 or 9 roguelikes on here that I think deserve at least a quick glance at before they are taken off the market. Some are really good like this. Some were perfect for their time. I mean, nowadays people might expect a little more in their roguelikes, but this, it really does a good job of simulating the original Rogue and getting it on the iPod, iPad, and iPhone now, and giving you controls that really were perfectly developed for the iPad or iPhone or iPod, whichever device you're playing on. It was developed for touch. Whereas, as I said, most of the roguelikes before this were just ports of PC games, and they suffered from a lot of control issues. Were very hard to control. You had to scroll through menus. Whereas this, it's all done on screen. So I really like that for its simplicity. I had a lot of fun with this game, and I'm still going to keep it on my iPad even when I can no longer run it, because I hate losing a piece of history like this. I actually have another iPad that I probably will never update to the most recent iOS when it comes out, just so I can keep playing games like this. It's sad you have to do that. As I said, I know, like when I got my Xbox One, a bunch of my Xbox 360 games don't work on it, but that's a whole new console. This is literally where I go and download a new update for my system, in this case my iPad, and then a bunch of games that formerly worked on it. About 20 on my system right now, though I read Punch Quest, which is another game, which I'll probably play on this because I've had a lot of fond memories of that. But about 19 games now that I have on my iPad, I just won't be able to play anymore. And as I said, that's kind of, I've never seen that, or I can't think of a time where something similar has happened. Like I said, I've had issues before where, there's a compatibility issue, but it's never been said literally by the software company that's developing the software for, the iOS, the operating system for their, well, in this case, their system, literally, where they say, no, these games will no longer work, and if the publishers want them to work, they will have to upgrade. So it's kind of a bummer there. I really don't know why they can't have these games still work. You've been getting a message on these for a while saying they work in diminished capacity, but most of them still work fine. I haven't noticed any diminished capacity on them. I'm sure in some cases there are, and Apple just doesn't want the hassle of having to, field all these questions from customers with complaints. But I feel if you put that little warning on there, they should have at least made it so these games would still work. Because as I said, I don't think this game was going to get an update. I visited the website for this game. It hasn't been updated in years. Probably click the version here. Changelog. Yeah, added support for 4-inch tall displays, including iPhone 5, 5C, 5S, and 5th generation iPod Touch. Expect great things. Yeah, they had another game. I never played Spirit Hunter Minko. I might look at that. But expect great things from 2014. So this last release was 2013. Hopefully they release an update, since they're still selling this in the market, I believe. It would be great. If not, it's a great game. If you can get hold of it, I recommend playing it. And I also recommend, if you like this video, giving it a thumbs up. Remember, subscribe to my channel. And with that, I will bid you a good day. Have a wonderful day.